Well, good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Make sure you do one thing with your life today. If you do nothing else, make sure you get in the description box, hit the link for the Teespring merch. I uploaded some brand new designs yesterday. This one says, visit beautiful San Francisco, California, 100% Democrat controlled. And he says, there's needles in them dar hills. I had a lot of fun designing this shit. One of my favorites, this one right here, this is something my dad used to always say. Before you shoot your mouth off, make sure your brain is loaded. And oh, yes, people, I understand we are all feeling the crunch from that old son of a bitch, Sloppy Joe. So there is a 20% off discount promo code Sloppy Joe, all caps. I also had fun coming up with that one. So if you want 20% off brand new green gear, some of the other designs that I've done, promo code Sloppy Joe, all caps. So speaking of Sloppy Joe and something that his frail fingerprints are all over, you notice these protests going on around the country, and mostly at these hoity-toity Ivy League schools in New York, NYU, Columbia, and it's not an Ivy League school, but you see one that popped off at the University of Texas, Austin. And what you have are a bunch of kids, a bunch of college kids protesting for Palestine, free Palestine. And there's some anti-Semitic chants going on and posters about the Jews and shit like that. And really, the term anti-Semitic, I'm not a fan of, because when it's used, it's for a particular group. It's to talk about the Jews. But the people in Gaza and surrounding areas, they're Semitic too. So if you're saying anti-Semitic, then it would be against both groups, but it's only used for one group. So there's some anti-Jew signs, some anti-Jew chants and stuff going on, whatever. Freedom of speech. You can say whatever you want, the freedom to peaceably assemble. But that's where we have a problem. These kids are not being peaceful. You have a right to protest. You do not have a right to block people from going where they need to go. You've seen these granola-headed dirt fuckers blocking the bridges in San Francisco, blocking the Golden Gate Bridge, blocking the George Washington Bridge in New York, blocking the road to LAX, to LaGuardia, to O'Hare Airport, blocking freeways. That is not your right. You don't have the right to impede travel. You can't do that. If you want to have designated areas where you go, a courtyard or something like that, here's an idea. The sidewalk, somewhere out of the way. If you want to do it there, do it. You can chant as loud as you want, your stupid posters, your signs, your bullhorn, from the river to the sea, blah, blah, whatever, however you say that dumb shit, whatever. Do it there, but that's not what they're doing. They're setting up tents. They're blocking access to classes. They're blocking access to the classrooms. They're being assholes. They're being entitled little rich kid assholes. And you look at how much it costs to go to these schools. Yeah, the tuition at Columbia is almost $70,000 a year. NYU is $60,000 a year. The University of Texas, Austin is over $40,000 a year if you're an out-of-state student. Where are the parents? Where are the parents who are protesting saying, hey, I'm paying all this money for your snot-nosed ass to go to school. I'm not paying for you to miss class and get arrested. And you have Loco Cortez, your motherfucker, her warm and so loaded. She can have my fucking baby, man. You have this glorified bartender. It says top NYPD cop schools AOC after she rants about Columbia campus chaos and, quote, violent police units. Stop it. To me, to be honest, the police aren't being violent enough. You have Ilhan Omar's uh, daughter, niece, whatever weird shit's going on with her marrying her brother or some shit. She was arrested. It says Ilhan Omar's daughter returns to Colombia anti-Israel tent protest with her mom despite arrest and suspension. And then she even landed herself on the cover of Vogue magazine. One second. There's another one. Here's the University of Texas, Austin. Here's these little bastards, these little country fried shitheads right here. Now you tell me if it looks like these police are being violent. Look at what the scarves and get the fuck out of here. You guys are doing nothing. You are not stopping one bullet from being fired. You are not stopping one bomb from being dropped. They don't give a shit. And some people will say, well, college campuses have always been a place for protests. Yeah, usually those protests are due to something that America is doing. That's how you affect change. You protest in your own country, going back to the days of Vietnam, protesting the war. That's how you get things to stop. That's how you sway public opinion. You don't protest for a country that is 10,000 miles away. They don't care. So if you're protesting, and I use protesting very loosely, your harassment, your blockades, if they're not successful, then what the fuck are you doing? It's a waste of time. That's a waste of police resources to zip tie these little bastards, these little patchouli oil smelling bastards, and put them in a paddy wagon. You're cosplaying. You're out there acting like protesters. You're not doing shit. You think anybody over there in Gaza is in a basement somewhere covered in the dust from a bombed building next door? You think they're saying, oh, thank God that the kids on those campuses in America are protesting, brother? You think they give a shit? You think they even know? You know this dude's a virgin, and not by choice. He's creeped out many a girl trying to get them to go on a date with him. Failure. And then you have dummies like this chick right here and others. Columbia students who rushed to join NYU rally admit they have no idea what it's about. Quote, why are we protesting? So you just see a group of people with signs and you, what are we doing here, boss? You don't even know? She looks like a fucking protester. They don't even know why they're there, but they are there. That's so stupid. You are changing nothing. But there they are, wasting their parents' money. And if if it should be those protesters out there, and all you hear is bzz, 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 all the thousands, bzz, bzz, and they all take their phones out and it's their parents. If you don't get your fucking ass to class, I'm cutting you off. And you would see all these protesters disperse because they're not fighting for anything. They're just playing. This is a reason for them to get out of class. Maybe they'll get a picture on a social media website on the New York Post Instagram page. Maybe they can look back and show their grandkids 30 years from now, this was grandpa. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. Young people aren't fucking anymore. Young people aren't dating. They're not making more babies. So is this just to show your other little weird neck beard friends? Is this to show your other cat mom friends what you were doing? I'm on the right side of history. Get your bitch ass back in class. Get your bullshit degree in lesbian giraffe thoughts and get the fuck out of here. But you know how it goes. I tried to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Make sure you hit the link in the description box. Go to the Teespring link. Get your merch at 20% off. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Make sure you hit the Teespring link like I just said. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.